Hello and welcome back. In last video we created a barrel. This time we're going to do the crate that goes with it. So first of all I need to rename this from cylinder to barrel. And we're just going to hide this for now. So we need a cube. That's going to be a cube. And just going to check the dimensions. I want this to be about the same size as our barrel, so we're going to go N and move it up Z by 2, by 1. And yeah, that's that's the same height as our barrel, so I'm quite happy with that. Get rid of our barrel for now, and we're running this crate. So what we want to do, we want to get each face and kind of extrude inwards on each individual face. But you may notice if I just went ahead and edit mode and just extruded everything and scale, it just wouldn't work. So what we're going to do instead, we're going to do it individually. So I'm going to press I and then I again. You see at the bottom we're doing it individually. So now I'm just kind of scaling the faces in. And quite happy with that. So we'll just get this little wood bit here. Now what we want to do is extrude going inwards. But I'll show you why normal extrusion would not work. So just to demonstrate, I'm going to press E and S and extrude inwards. And you notice it's not going straight, it's going kind of a diagonal line, and that's exactly what I do not want to happen. So undo that. Now we need to change the way it's extruding. At the moment, if we look at extrude, it's doing it by region. If we notice this little triangle at the bottom, click and hold and go towards extrude along normals. Now just to show you what normals do, if you click on over here, and we can show display normals. These lines represent the way normals are being displayed. Now you will notice we've got this little node over here. I'm just going to, or you can click on the button here. I'm just going to grab this and pull, and you notice it's going in just a wee bit, not too much, just so it kind of makes sense. Rotate. And yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. It gives a nice little depth there. Already starting to look a bit crate-like. Now, what we want is to have like little wooden, wooden panels going across. So we need to add some more edge loops. So doing Control R, and using my scroll wheel can increase. Happy with that, and right mouse button because I wanted just to stay in the center, and do the same over this side as well. Control R, scroll wheel, click, and then right click. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. I just want to get rid of this node bit over here, so I'm going to change my extrusion back to region there. Don't want that. Next, using the edges, I'm going to grab some edges here. Over here. And I'm going to pick some edges now. Here we can go whichever direction. I'm going to go this one. And do the same underneath. And we're going to use bevel. So Control B. Increase. Now I want to line in the middle, so again using my scroll wheel to add that extra line there. We want them not too big but not too thin. About there is good. Clicking. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So what we're going to do, we're going to click away and then just click on these guys, go around to the other side, hold shift, click on the other side, so we've got matching sides along the x-axis. So I can press SX and just pull just a little bit there, and do the same on this side. Oop. Make sure I click on the right one. This time going along the y-axis, so SY. Now I'm going to do the z-axis. Okay, SZ. Spin a little bit. Yep, pleased with that. Now we want to add a bit of distortion, so I'm just going to add more edge loops. Yep, use my scroller to increase the number and right click to keep it in the middle. Now, you can leave it as it is to be a perfect crate, but the thing is we want this to be quite a distressed crate. We want to add damage to it. So I'm going to go into vertice, or you can press 1 on your keyboard, and I'm going to grab vertice, and you notice here that I want the proportional editing, so I can press G, and then just not too much, just a slight movement here. I'm probably going to grab this vertice here and just move it a little bit. And this is all I'm doing, just grabbing a few vertices and go around to this side and just move around. If you don't like something, you can just push Ctrl Z, try again. And again, just to add a little bit of distortion so it doesn't look perfect. And that's the thing with 3D models. They look perfect, we don't like them. We recognize, that's just a, normal 3D model, doesn't have as much character. We want character. So I'm going to speed this up and continue adding some more details. Now, I'm quite happy with how this crate is looking. Now we want to add in the corners, we want to say that they've been hit a few times, so they're not quite as sharp. Maybe you want to make them child friendly. Now we want to bevel them. Now you can see they're not beveling the way I want them to, and that's because they're affected by the edge. You can probably see the bottom there. If I press V on my keyboard, you can see we're affecting it there. And I want to decrease, so use my screw. I don't want that many pieces, I just want... Now we are creating an n-gon. That's a face that with more than 4 sides, but that's okay. And I'm going to keep doing this, so Control B, V, and pull. I might do it for these two, so I can do it more than once. V, pull in. There we go. Control B, V. Again, you don't want them to all be the same. You can do it to a various amount. Some can be knocked quite a bit. This one, I'm going to have a little bit of a nick there. And just this one more over here. There we go. Again, just adds a little bit of character to it. Now, the last thing I want to do is add some, like we did with the barrel, we want to add some notches to this, and we're going to use the exact same method. So I'm going to click this vertice up here, Control B and V. Now, we're going to add a bit of difference to this in that I don't want, now it is a face, but what I want to do is just make sure we cut down here. So I'm going to grab this vertice and holding Shift the other, press J on my keyboard, and you can see it adds an edge down here, making sure that these are connected. And it's okay that we're having a few, again, some more n-gons. It's absolutely fine. We'll go log poly. So I'm just going to carry on, just again to the bottom here, Control B, V, create a little shape there, grabbing this vertice, holding Shift the other, and pressing J. And there you go. So I'm going to speed this up again and just carry on adding a few notches here and there. And there we go. I'm quite happy with how this crate is looking. I mean, if you want to spend a bit of time adjusting these notches, you can press G and just adjust them slightly if you wanted to. Maybe turn off the proportional editing. Press G, move it up a little bit. You can do that. Personally, I'm quite happy with my notches. You can, tweak yours up if you want to. But finally, we want to add a material. Now, because we've already made a wooden material with the barrel, I'm just going to reuse that again. So again, going into here, into this view, we can see on the material. Let's make sure you're seeing the material here. We'll drop down here and we can see we've got wood from before. Just going to click on that. And there you go. I'm just going to scoot this over to the side here. Actually, I just press G then Y. Just scoot it over, bring back our barrel. And there we go. We've got a nice crate, nice barrel. Next, we're going to be creating pillars and then walls. Until next time, see you later.
Bye.